Hi guys, it's Miss Cow again. Can you believe that it's already Friday? We are finally to our third video on coping with change or dealing with change. To start out, what we're going to do is on the last video, we planted some sunflowers. So I actually record the videos ahead of time sometimes. And so our plant has actually had a few days to grow already. And this is what it looks like. So like I said before, we're going to take a couple moments to be mindful of our plant and of the changes going on in these seeds. So we're going to look, let's see if you can look more closely. Maybe I can tilt you down. And see what we can notice just looking at these sprouts. A little better. I'm noticing that obviously there is green sprouts coming out of the soil. On the tip of the sprouts, I can see the shell of the seed. They're opening up. They're starting to grow taller. There's 4 that are taller and 1 shorter, smaller one. There's different things that I can notice. One of them that you probably cannot tell from there has like a little drop of like water on it. And these are just things that I would be thinking of as I'm looking at my plant. So I'm sure you also notice another change today is where I'm at. I'm not in my normal setup. I am in my kitchen, and this is my fridge, which is my makeshift whiteboard. So for our other activity today, I needed a whiteboard, and I didn't have one since I'm not in my classroom. And so I had to deal with that change. What was I gonna do? I don't have a whiteboard. I made one. Well, I didn't make it. I used my fridge. So there are some things with changes that we can control and things that we cannot control. So thinking of the specific change that's going on with us right now, we're dealing with the coronavirus, COVID-19, and we are out of school because of it. Just today, they announced that, so for you guys, yesterday, they announced that we will be out through the rest of the school year. So that means this e-learning, it's not a permanent change, but for now, that's how we're doing our learning. And some people might like that better, some people might not. I know I miss you guys like crazy, but there are some things with the coronavirus, that we can control and things that we can't control. So the things that we can control, we are going to hold on to. We have control over them. So we are going to hold on to this balloon because we have control over it. The things that we cannot control, what we are going to put in this balloon, we are not going to hold on to. We are going to let go. Let it fly, float on by. We're going to think about those things, of course, but we don't want to hold on to those thoughts. We don't want to let ourselves get all upset and anxious or worried about something that we have no control over. Instead, we want to focus on what we can do, what we can change, what we have an effect on. So, let me see which ones. So first, let's see, I have some examples with like the coronavirus specifically. What are some things that we can and cannot change? So people getting sick. Is that something that I can change? I can make sure I'm not getting anybody sick. If I'm not feeling good, I would stay at my house. But I can't change the fact that there are people getting sick right now. So if that is something bothering you, it's okay to feel uncomfortable with it, but we don't want to hold on to that. We want to let that go. The news on TV, we see a lot of different people saying different things on the news. We can't change what they're saying on the news. We can't change what they're telling us. We can't change the information. when they announced about school. We couldn't change that. We had no effect. We might want to be there, but we can't. If others stay at home, we can encourage other people to. We could maybe have an effect on them by telling them why they should, but we can't actually make them stay home. So that's something we're going to let go. It's not in our control. If other people follow the guidelines, that goes along with that one. There are guidelines that people are telling us to follow and things that we should do. And if people aren't doing that, that is out of our control, what other people are doing. Being able to go back to school. So a lot of us want to do that. I want to be back at school. But right now, that's not an option. That's not something that I have control over. Doing e-learning. Maybe you're liking e-learning. Maybe you're not. Maybe this is just such a big change for you. And I bet you if you're one of those people that right now you don't want to do the e-learning, the more you're doing it, the more you're going to like it and you'll be used to it. It's just such a big change. So we might be uncomfortable with that. But it is something that we are going to have to do. It is the best way of learning we have right now. Okay. Apparently, these sticky notes don't want to stick to my fridge. When this will end. That's something like on the news they keep talking about, and that keeps changing. It's a change, and we don't know when it's going to, for sure, when it's going to end. Okay, if they keep falling off, I'm just going to leave them. I'm going to let them fall. When I can play with my friends. So that might be one that you're wondering. If you're used to in the summer, you can go out and play with your friends, and you might be thinking, when can I do that? Why can't I do that? And that's unfortunately another thing that we can't change right now. But even though there are things we can't change, things that we need to let go, that we don't want to hold on to and worry about and be concerned with, there are a lot more things that we do have control over. If I followed the guidelines, and the things telling us, that is in my control. I'm the one choosing to do that. If I stay at home, so if I'm following those guidelines and I'm staying at home, that is in my control. So you can know that you're doing your part and doing what you need to. You're doing what you're in control of. If I wash my hands and have good hygiene, that is up to you. Nobody else is making you do that or telling you you should, but you are the one making this decision. When you're at home, if you are helping your family, you're helping your family out around the house, this is not just a change for you, it's a change for them too. It's a change for everyone. So you want to be helpful and help your family out. If you learn, if I learn, if you are learning at your time at home, that is in your control. If you are not learning, when we go back to school next year and you say, I didn't learn anything, that was in your control. You are in control of your learning. You have teachers, you have family members all wanting to help you. If you try, if you're putting in effort, if I ask for help. So sometimes we don't know the answers to things, but we can ask for help. Maybe I can attach them to each other. Let's try this. Like, okay. Okay, we did that one already. How I react to what is going on. So if I am staying in control of myself or if I am not, that is how I'm reacting how I'm treating other people, that's in my control. Nobody else is changing how I react. Woo! Okay. How I spend my free time. So yes, you have things to do, but you also still have time at home, and that is your time. So you have choices in there too. That is under your control. How I treat my family. How you treat, that goes along with helping your family. How you treat those people that you are able to see and spend time with, that is in your control. If you get your e-learning completed, these ones are trying to float away. These are the ones we're holding on to. Okay. If you complete your e-learning, that is in your control. Again, that also goes back to asking for help. What was that one? Asking for help. So if something's hard, we don't just give up. We don't know what to do. We ask for help. We ask our parents. We can ask a teacher. We can ask the parent to find a way to contact the teacher if you don't know how. And another one I had was how much effort we put into our learning, which kind of goes along with if we learn and if we try. So how much are we putting in effort to do that? Are you spending extra time reading to develop your reading skills? Are you finding other resources? Online, there are so many things, and on like social media and on Facebook, if your parents have a Facebook, there are so many places that are doing like live videos. There's a zoo, the Brookfield Zoo, that every day at 11 has been doing live videos telling you about different animals. There are ways to keep up with your learning even beyond what your teachers are providing you. So what you do, that's in your control. All right, so now I'm going to let that go, maybe. And I think that's it for today, you guys. So I hope you have a great weekend. I'm challenging you, and your question for today is going to be to think of one more thing that you can control. So something that you are able to control. You can use one of these examples as well. But if you can think of something unique, that would also be good too. So have a great weekend, and I will see you next week for another awesome e-learning week. Bye.